guys, good morning. So I just had the biggest freaking buck of my life come through, and they came through where I had legal shooting line, and I couldn't see him. I could hear him. I couldn't see him at 720 right now. He came through, and I could hear it moving, and I didn't know what it was at first. Kind of assumed it might have been a doe, but I'll show you guys where he came through from. He came through up there in that thick stuff. He was up real high. Then, if you'll see the two trees right there with the forks, he came through there and he stopped somewhere there. It was still so foggy, I couldn't see what it was. He came down right here to where that pine is, and he went up in between that pine. And at this point, I still didn't know what it was. Then he gets up there in the clearing, and I could see enough light through the scope to tell it was a buck. He was kind of quartering away from me when I shot. And he ran off at an angle, and I thought I heard him crash. Well, I climbed down from his stand. I looked, couldn't find any blood at all. I walked the entire length of that clearing back there, all the way on the opposite side down into the tree line. Still couldn't find no blood. Apparently, I missed him, which that's the way my luck goes. But the way that he looked, it's the 10-point that we had on camera that my kids called Tank because he's so friggin' tanky. But anyhow, so I'm gonna see here, guys, and see if maybe another bug comes through. That really makes me sick to my stomach. But this is part of it, guys. You get up, you put your boots on, you get your gun, your bow, whatever you use, and you get out here and you hunt. And sometimes you'll kill the biggest buck of your life, and the others live for you to turn into stories and pass along to your kids, and they can pass it on to their kids, and so on and so forth. But that's the second biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. The first deer I ever saw was at a little place that we call Cherry Tree Bottom over in Rolling Fork, and we were sitting there against a tree, and just out of nowhere, I see nothing but horns running around the hill like it's a friggin' run. I had a scope, so there was no chance of getting a shot on it running, because I was like 13 at the time as a kid still. And that daggone thing turned and ran straight up the hill into a pine thicket, and I had my brother-in-law took me that morning. Neither one of us had a chance of getting a shot at it. But that deer had a tree, and when I mean a tree, I mean a literal tree, wrapped to death. Alright, guys. Well, I'm gonna shut this GoPro off here and kind of sit here a little bit more and collect myself. I'm still kind of heartsick over that deer, but anyhow, that's how it goes. I thought I heard the darn thing crash, but I never could find it. But apparently, he was just running through the fence in the brush, maybe. I don't know. But we'll see, guys. Well, guys, after I missed a buck from earlier, I had a doe come through. She's about 75 yards, maybe 50 yards away. I don't know, I'm not too good at estimating yardage in yet. She wasn't too far away, and I had looked down to check the time, didn't see her. Looked up, and she was deadlocked at me, just standing there staring. So I played statue, watched her for a minute or two. She kept doing that head bob, looking to see if anything had changed from the time that she had last looked up. Still never moved. I kept watching her. This time I couldn't tell what she was, if it was a doe or a small buck, so I waited on her head to bob behind a bush, grabbed my muzzleloader, looked in the scope. Yeah, it was a doe. So I just kind of sit here and watched her. I seen her start to bottom. I go, great, here it goes. She started to stomping. She never snorted, never blew, but she did stomp a couple times. She just kind of turned and walked off. She was very skittish. She never run or threw her tail up, nothing like that, so maybe it'll be alright. She came from an area that not really used to seeing them come through, so I really wasn't that focused in that area, which was to my right, up high near the fence line. across this ridge and down the ridge or down over in the holler. So we're going to try to tough out the cold and the rain and the wind a little bit longer. Just kind of see what the day has in store. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay. Last night I had the intentions of staying all day, but I don't know. It's cold, it's wet, and I've already freaking missed the target buck I was after. So I'm kind of still disappointed over that. I'm not going to give up yet though. Stranger things have happened. When I'm done, I'm going to grab my stuff and walk around a little bit and just at least make sure that it was a miss. Guys and girls, we owe it to these animals that we hunt to give everything we've got to recover any game if possible. But I walked a good 50 yards to 60 yards. I never saw any blood. And he didn't mule kick when I shot. I could tell because it was smoky from the muzzleloader. Also foggy. But I've heard of people shooting deer and not finding any blood at all. Like Deer and Youth weekend, both my kids used a 243 with those Nosler ballistic tips 95 grain that I hand loaded, and we never found the drop of blood until we found the deer. But we watched the deer, watched it go. Heard it crash. But yeah, we never found blood at all until the deer went down. So it may be a case like that. I don't know. But I'm not gonna give up. The temperature's good, so if he is down, he'll still be alright because it's cold out here. So I'm gonna just try to enjoy the rest of my morning and see what nature holds today. And I may go home and play RuneScape, not RS3, but old school RuneScape. So if anybody out there likes to play RuneScape, old school RuneScape that is, and deer hunt, it's pretty freaking cool because I like to do both. Alright guys, well, I will try to get these videos edited and I'll drop a picture in the video of the 10 point I missed. I should have him on trail camera this morning as he came through. I've got a trail camera just above me where I'm sitting, which is where he came through. But if I do, guys, I'll throw it in the video here. If not, I'll find an old picture of him and throw that in the video and just show you guys what I saw this morning. Alright guys, over and out. Alright guys, in case y'all can't tell, I am froze to death. I'm cold. My nose is running. It is very, very windy today. The wind is blowing in like multiple different directions. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I'm froze to death. I'm tired and I'm hungry. And yes, I've got lunch. So I don't know what I'm complaining about anyhow. The whole issue this morning that happened with that 10 point, that bucket come through, just ain't sitting right with me. I still feel like I hit him, even though I didn't see blood. So I'm gonna climb down after I get my stuff together, and I'm gonna walk around a little bit and see. I've got to do some issues, or I got to take care of some issues with these trail cameras. I've got a Moultrie Edge 2 out here, and I really, really loved the idea of those before I bought it, and I've had nothing but issues out of them. Like last night, I had to send a test image, or an on-demand image. Like all I got was this black box for a picture, like nothing there. That happened like 3 or 4 different times. One of them was a trigger. So, I don't know. But I plan on doing a review video about those soon, and then I'll post that and keep you guys in the loop on it. But I'm going to swap it out with one of these covert wireless cameras I've got out. I'm going to take that one home and try to troubleshoot it where I can get better cell signal, because it's showing weak to fire, like it fluctuates. But anyhow, so I'm going to call it a day, guys. It's kind of where I'm at right now. If anything else interesting happens before I'm actually home, I'll turn the GoPro back on and keep you guys updated. But right now, I'm going to climb down from this tree stand here and try to find that deer if I can, or chalk it up as a miss. Either way, I'll keep you guys updated.